It's been a little while since I did one of these speeches to motivate my people. Been working a lot. But today I want to start off with self-discovery. The system was designed for us to be blinded, for us not to be aware, or for us to not understand the strategies behind them working against us as African Americans or your minority people. The things that used to be implemented, it only revived itself year after year. The system was designed with rules and formats to keep chains on you, to keep you down where you can't come up. You have to be aware of your own beliefs and stick to those, because no one can take that from you. But knowledge is power, so it's wise to learn, and it's wise to read and pay attention, because everything they do is strategized to keep chains on you where they're not visible but invisible. We as black women have to push our children and our black men to be strong for us. You see in my first session that I did that this is not checkers, this is chess. Meaning our duties and our jobs as a black woman, a black queen, is to watch the board, to watch ahead, to have ideas, to help watch your king's back, to be able to see the problem, understand the problem, and to make sure nobody's blindsided. The COVID-19 has been a big hit around. People are not paying attention to the towers that they have placed around us. Everything that the government has been trying to implement since he have got into office, he is starting to implement this right before your eyes. Grandma and Grandpa used to talk about the world changing and how things will be different, and they won't be around to see it. And times are changing right before our eyes, and down the line it'll be so changed that we won't remember what normal used to be. We definitely have to start staying away from chicken and meat products because of the tampering that the government has already started to do. If you notice, in African American neighborhood, your low poverty areas, you have more liquor stores, dollar stores. You have things that are more prone to unhealthiness, but appealing to the eye. In an upscale neighborhood, you have Sam's. You don't even have Walmart. You have Sam's. You have Walgreens, CVS's. You have those type of facilities, businesses. You have things where an upscale community does not have more prone to temptation. They have to travel to get into a different part. That come from privilege and unprivileged. They expect your privilege to be of a different color. They expect your privilege to be above laws and rules that they set, but your underprivilege to get sentenced to whatever they decide your faith to be. It make you wonder and question about a lot of things that we was taught growing up, but us as queens and kings, we have to be able to read, do our own research, because everything we was taught was a lie. We believe in something that we call God, and naturally, if you go back to our ancestors over in the regions of the African tribes, all those God possessed was installed in them. God was them. It was the spirit in them what had taught them to be leaders, to know how to strategize problems, to handle different situations, to lead and guide. It was a big difference. So the spirit dwells within us, but the mind of belief of what we set as our faith, our body follows. If we constantly feed our mind with gunk, our daily activity will be junk. If we feed our mind with positivity, we feed our mind with inspiration, we feed our mind with things that will allow us to come up with better ideals for a tomorrow, then our body will follow along in that pattern because of what we're feeding our mind. Get off of the phones, put down the social medias. Technology is self-destructing us. We have so many walking dead around here, people don't even know their self-identity, meaning that there are kings and queens, and in reality of discovering that they have to raise children and they have to be a platform for their king and a reflection of themselves to withstand in the mirror that they look in every day. Becomes a big part of the role of how the system has stained that mirror where you cannot understand or see your self-discovery because your identity is everything. They have already taken that from you from the time that you was born and placed you up under a number. Well, now they have deciphered and gave judgment of how your life shall go. If you ever get in any type of trouble, and also in the Bible it speaks, as well as all the other different versions of the Bible, that when you get in trouble, you always seek for God and you call on Him to get you out of certain things, and miraculously things kind of come through accordingly to when it comes through. But the question of the matter is this: why would you allow me to even get to that point? Why would you allow me to even get in this situation? Life is a growth and development. It's a learning lesson. Every day you learn something. Every situation you're learning from it. So there's no way of anybody can escape, go route of learning. Life is life. But your beliefs are rules and sets. It's just how the Bible was made. Just like every other religion and every other aspect of the Bible. They have rules and conditions and terms, just like any other agreement that you may see. And of course you have to follow those or there will be consequences. One thing I do know, as me experiencing myself, because I can never talk about nothing if I haven't been through it. Your good people kind of seem to get things a little bit more harder, and I don't understand that, where they get the concept of you have to wait on something that you have never seen in order for something to move on your situation, when in reality you need to get up. You cannot stop. You must keep going. If you do, you will find yourself in a depressed state of mind that is very toxifying and suffocating. But it always goes back to the mind. When you have built yourself on morals and beliefs that you know that you can make it through anything, you made it through. If you look back on it, you made it through by yourself. Did nobody help you? You had to get up and you had to go open that door. You had to walk out that door. You had to talk to them people. You had to take care of that business. You had to pay that money. You had to do what you had to do. With nothing handed to you for free, or with nothing handed to you to help out that situation. So it make you wonder about a lot of things. But what I'm here to tell you today, my people, wake up. Your self-identity is the only thing that you will have. You make your rules. You make your beliefs. And you stand on them, because what you believe in is what you believe in, and nobody can take that from you. But we want to keep in mind that we should not be blindsided by what they're trying to do to us on the low. Government assistance is not good to take, and they're finna take all this away from the people. Instead of them already having a self-discovery, meaning that they done went to school and got a career or something where they just need a little help, but it wouldn't affect them. They will be lost. They will be lost without the hand that has them in chains and in bondage. When that's the same hands that kept you in chains and in bondage from the beginning. You just didn't pay attention to understand that your self-identity was everything, but also costly. So it took everything from you, then you gained in anything. And at the end, you still left with nothing. So people, wake up. Wake up. Because if you won't wake up, your children going to have to wake up. Your king have to wake up. Everybody around you need to be woke. Because if y'all are asleep, or one of y'all are asleep, the other one will automatically fail. Because who's watching their back? Who's growing and developing them? Who's teaching them? So these are key pointers that y'all all need to kind of make sure that we get on track. We are to program and process our mind with nothing but good things. With positive things. For a brighter future, we make. For tomorrow, we pave. Because our today actions will format tomorrow's. Don't wait on nobody to hand it to you. Bless you. Don't wait on nobody to hand anything to you. Or to put a spoon in your hand. You get up and you take that spoon. You get up and you take that block. You get up and you take your self-identity. And look yourself in the mirror. And tell them, no, my mirror is not stained. For I am aware and I am knowledgeable enough to know what is going on around me. For my mind will start to generate on strategies to make my better tomorrows and my better future for my children, for my family. Because my castle and my empire is what I built and nobody can tear it down. Not nobody else that pumps the same blood that I do. That has two legs and can walk just like me. That is a human being and not immoral. So you can't take nothing that you did not give me. The system. You can't take that. Can't take nothing you didn't give me. You can't take nothing that you didn't give me. And that's a mentality that we all got to keep in front of us because of the system already has changed on you. Wake up. Your self-identity is everything. And today, you have discovered your self-identity. Today, you will wake up every day with a changed mind. With a mind to put down that phone and grab a book. With a mind to turn off a love and hip-hop and put on Farrakhan. A mind to want to learn, to want to grow, and want to strong be a king and a queen. Exactly what your destiny was. Claim your destiny and your self-identity. We'll be back again for another chapter. Just need to get out some words of encouragement. Got to see a lot of things around, and the system is it's a big joke. And it's just crazy because once you start thinking about things, it make you wonder, who decides for us to be privileged? Who decides our fate? How can you be human and be like me and you decide my fate? So that means I can decide yours. But I can't, because the system has placed them on platforms where they're privileged. Because we are not privileged. We're underprivileged. Self-discovery.